What's up, everybody? Dirty Hands MMA here with you via Joe Getty Fitness. We got Will Muelken versus Sam Smith. Will from Jordan, Minnesota. Sam from Holman, Wisconsin. Midwest battle at Ignite. Mecca 22 out of Canterbury Park in Shakopee. Give some shout outs to our sponsors tonight, United States Air Force, Spicy Feta, and a few more, but we'll talk about later. Round one, good shot already by Smith. Good sprawl by Muelken, but Smith gets the turn down. The twisting body lock takedown ends up top closed guard. Looking like he's trying to posture up, land some heavy strikes. Yes, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's got the can opener grip, so it's going to be hard for Muelken to create any sort of angle. Nice push with his legs, but Smith stays tight. Got the tight waist grip and keeping pressure up on the cage. We have a phenomenal view through the ref's body. So hopefully the camera guy switches it to the great angle. Good. So we got Smith on the cage here. He got one hook in, fishing for that rear naked right now. I would like to see Sam throw some knees right below Muelken's right elbow. Gets a little too high, almost gets rolled through. If Muelken would have continued that roll right there, I think he would have been able to scramble back up. Smith just hanging on right there, going for the choke. Muelken stands back up to his feet, turns in, faces opponent, and creates some distance. Sam with the naked shot, very easily read, blocked by Muelken. Another shot by Smith. This time he's on the single leg, stands all the way up to his feet, tries to go for the trip. He ends up falling, and we got Muelken laying 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One looked like a back of the head shot, and he ends up in a triangle position too after that great reversal by Muelken. I'm sorry if I'm getting your name wrong, bro. So he's in a triangle position here. He's locking an opposite triangle. This is why it's not working. He has the legs locked opposite. So he wants his right leg to go across the throat of the other person. So to get this strangle to finish, Muelken needs to pivot underneath the body and get his left ear to Smith's right kneecap, and more like an inverted triangle. Right now it's a great Kimura grip, but as you can tell that the strangle leg is going around the arm of Smith, which is not allowing him to finish the strangle. Either way, it's great control. A lot of hammer fists from Muelken right now. I wish he would have done this a little bit earlier. A lot of people make mistakes when they're getting hit in the face. Got the body open right there. A lot of headshots open. I just would love to see him attack that right arm of Smith right here. Good job of stacking pressure by Smith. Muelken has a few opportunities to transition to the legs, but he's just fighting for a triangle that's just not going to work because his legs are in the opposite of what a regular traditional front triangle is supposed to be. So he had it locked up a Huntai Senkaku, which is Japanese for opposite-sided triangle, which just has to have a little bit of a different finishing position. You can look John Danaher up on YouTube and search opposite-sided triangle. I think he's one of the best guys at describing how to finish that move, if you guys are wondering why that didn't work. And the front triangle was Amote Senkaku, Japanese for front triangle, which is the traditional triangle they teach. Just remember, guys, there are 5 different main types of leg triangles. And most times we only get taught one of them, which is the front triangle from supine position. But we have the front triangle, we have the opposite triangle, we have the rear triangle, we have the side triangle, and we have the reverse triangle. All these triangles need to be implemented in your game if you want to consider yourself a master at triangles. Quoted John Danaher. Check them out. The Danaher Diaries, free on Audibles if you have Audibles. Round 2 begins here. Both fighters touch gloves. Little fake uppercut by Red. Like a Habib jab. A Habib uppercut from Blue. Looks like these guys' striking is a little bit subpar here today. We got Blue with his hands below his chest like he's Pereira. But Muelken didn't be able to capitalize. He's got a possible Von Flue attack here, but it looks like Smith doesn't know it or just didn't want to do it. We have a possible... No, his hand's not in the right place. Smith on top with good side pressure. This is an amateur fight, so he cannot throw any elbows Topside is a very dangerous position once you become a professional MMA fighter because elbows in the nature are a close range attack. And from right there, you can see Blue's elbow is just inches away from landing tons of strikes. It's a lot harder to get a little bit of distance and still maintain that control to land punches from side. Good job by Muelken regaining half guard. He gets the underhook right there. Uses it to get to full guard. Excellent work. Now he just needs to scramble up, create some distance, throw up a triangle armbar attempt here again. Excellent work from Smith to throw the legs by. Gets a little too high in the head, on the shoulders, but still maintains good back control. Here, I would love to see Smith get a hook in, control the posture of Muelken, maybe even break him back down to his right hip, right shoulder, and fight him from the ground. But it looks like Malkin's done a good job of posturing up here. But I would like to see Red's or Blue's left hand go to the left hip of Red and knee block and break him down to his hip. But nonetheless, he's doing a great job landing a bunch of strikes on the cage. Great back control here. Just making Red carry his weight. This is a bad position to be in for Red. The fight could end at any moment. One mistake, chins up. Like that, he could have easily got a strangle put in. Opportunities are always there. A lot of great uppercuts, hammer hits. Again, swimming in for that choke. I think he's a little too thirsty for that choke. Just set it up a little bit better, Blue, and you got it. Muelken standing back up. Nope, gets broken back down by Smith. I want to see Muelken get his right shoulder to the mat or turn into turtle and start standing up. He cannot stay here much longer. He's just going to lose the round, give ground control time to Blue, and it's just going to be not good for him. And right here, Blue could be landing a lot of knees to the body right there. But it's a move that's not practiced a lot because of the nature of knees. It's dangerous, and you don't want to be mean to your training partners. But you have to start repping those moves in practice so when there are opportunities available, you actually throw them live. Because you're only going to do what you train to do. There's just nothing. I don't care what you say. You're not going to do anything different. And if you're thinking about stuff in the fight, you haven't trained long enough or are able to even lock in the zone, or the fight is way too lopsided in skill, which you're probably winning anyways. But if you're fighting someone similar skill level and you're thinking and not flowing in the zone, it's going to be a very dangerous fight. Here we go. The corners are leaving the ring. Round 3 is about to begin here at Canterbury Park. Now, shout out to our sponsors, Lights Out, Ariana, and Freshwater DJs. Thank you guys for sponsoring us here at Ignite Fights. Round 3 begins. Uppercut, jab from Blue. Another bad shot from Blue. Almost worked, but Muelken landed some heavy shots, forcing just some crazy shots by Smith. And he just wants that. Nice body shot from Muelken. If Muelken can keep this round standing, he definitely might be able to finish this fight. But he has to be careful because Smith is going to shoot over and over again. He lands in topside sit-out headlock position. Oh, this is a devastating spot for Muelken right here. He could easily do Kimuras and arm bars from this position here. Watch them toes, buddy. Ref's not paying attention, or he's not using it. Ooh, I love the attempt to try to scramble there. Looks like Muelken's trying to cover the mouth of Smith. Yeah, throw some hammer fist. When he blocks with that left arm, you need to tuck it in between your legs, Mr. Smith. His hand's pushing up. You need to grab that hand, put his left hand behind your head, right hand behind your head. But right now it looks like he's just trying to control the fight. Bottom guy should not be punching here. He needs to sneak out the back door. He needs to get his left arm down to the ground so he can roll out. Good. He breaks that grip. Now on to the next knot to untie. Still great pressure from Smith from top side here. Really good crossface. Muelken putting in the frame on the hip of Smith, but he's doing a sit out. He's just doing a really good job here controlling his position. And Muelken just does not have an answer to the grappling of Smith. And his ground game is a lot cleaner than his takedowns, but nonetheless, it still worked. I'd like to see Smith. I don't really care. He got him down, right? Got him down. It worked for this skill level of this fight. That's just not going to fly in a couple more fights fighting guys with a lot better takedown defense. A lot of ground control this fight for Smith. If anything, I think Muelken might have won round one with that ending of the round with the triangle locked in and all the hammer fists. But it was just a controlling position. He didn't have that strangle position good enough because, he, like I said earlier, he had the opposite triangle locked. Still a great position, but you just got to move to a different spot to get the finish. It's not the same. Excellent back control still from Smith, and he's just riding it out, making Muelken carry his weight, just draining the energy out of him slowly but surely. Round 3 is over. Muelken knows he lost. He knows he couldn't do nothing about it. Throws up the middle fingers, fist bumps. Good fight, guys. But yes, we know that Sam Smith wins that by split decision. Thank you guys for watching.